What's up everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be discussing what's in the most recent Fortnite update and what it hints towards the end of the season. Before we begin, feel free to check out my Twitch. Most of my uploads are from past streams. You can get a hint of what I'll be uploading next. Just search up Booz_TV26 or look at the links in the description. Now let's look at this update. Alright guys, we're going to quickly look into these cool updates. First thing I want to look into is this area. It looks way more new, and looks more freshened up. And yeah, there's nothing much that's changed about it. It's just the background looks better, it's just a little changed up a little. The next thing I want to discuss is that the Battle Pass Midas, the Doomsday device that he was working on, is no longer in his room. So if you look in here into his area, I actually never paid attention to Midas's room, so I'm gonna assume that there was a Doomsday device in the area behind him, and is no longer there, and it will now be placed in the Fortnite map somewhere, sometime. We're not positive when it will be placed in the map, but you're gonna have to wait and find out. Because I don't know when it's gonna be like that. I don't think anybody knows except for the developers and the creator. But, yeah, from now on, we're going to need to pay attention to the map now because, there's going to be a lot of changes to the map here in a little bit, especially coming out with the new season that's going to be coming out soon, and there's going to be an event that brings in the new season here in a little while. So, yeah, something cool to look out for. The next thing I want to discuss is the Recon Expert. There's a new variant to the Recon. I don't know if it's coming back. I doubt it is, but you never know. I'll show the new variant of the skin on the screen now, but that's what it looks like. So yeah, and it's been over 920 days since the Recon Expert was out in the shop. Fun fact. Next thing I want to discuss is the Dragon Glider. The Dragon Glider has been tweaked a little because there's been problems with actually hitting people in the air who had that glider, because it was actually protecting them. So it's made it to a point where it's easier to get hit in the air with it, so it's not like a glider that completely protects you. Next thing I would like to discuss is that there could be a new Nintendo skin coming out. In the game files, this shows up: cosmetics.source.platform.nintendo, which means there's possibility that Nintendo players could be getting a free skin here in a little bit. Which I've played on Nintendo before. It is super hard to play on Nintendo, so I think it's well deserved, if I'm being honest. Next thing I want to get into is that there is a gift box that will be given at the end of the season. So in the game files, it's ID GB_S12END. So GB stands for gift box, and then S12 stands for season 12, because it's chapter 2, season 2, season 12 basically. And then end message. So the message says, "The agency thanks you for your hard work this season. You've come a long way, agent." At the same time, it also shows up on the new backgrounds that came out. Okay, so the new background came out. I got one of them, and that's the same. It said the exact same text. "The agency thanks you for your hard work this season. You've come a long way." That's what it says also. So it's going to be also towards the end of the season where you're going to get a gift box. I don't know how you're going to get it. I don't know if you're just going to get it for completing, if you're just going to get it for getting through the, the season, or for going to the event. I don't know. You're going to have to find out by going to the event and playing until the end of the season. The next thing I want to go over is the patch notes. The patch notes are not too crazy, but it is something worth looking at. Alright, so the patch notes for this update, which is 12.60 update, or 12.60 update, that arrives this week. The highlights include that there is going to be a Spy Games LTM, and there will be Battle Pass decisions. That's just a reminder to complete any Battle Pass things that you have to do, because once the season ends, you're not going to be able to, level up your characters and do all that. The next thing is a dynamic resolution for iOS. So if you're an iPhone player, then and get dynamic resolution. But if you don't have an iPhone or you don't play an iPhone, then don't worry about it. The next one is Party Royale. The grappler and jetpack have been added to the Party Royale, and yeah. The next week there will be PC controller adjustments, so that it. I don't know what the adjustments are gonna be. You're gonna have to wait and see. If you are a console player like I am, if you're a console player, not PC. If you're a console player, PS4, Xbox, anything like that, Nintendo, then you're fine. Your aim assist will not be changed. It is just PC controller, and that's it. That's all the that's all the patch notes. Now the next thing we need to get into is what in the game right now. What's changed? So let's do that. So if anyone's not familiar with how this game is planning on ending, well, not necessarily ending, but how the season's planning on ending, is probably going to be flooding. Because if you look around, there's more, like, look at the white, looks like clouds forming. So it's going to be predicting a lot of storming that will be coming here in the next little bit. What the? Okay, that was a little weird. It went from brighter to dark. So, first things first. It's a pretty easy to notice thing, but like you can see that the text on the map is actually a lot more bolded, so that it's easier to see. And look at that. You can actually see a lot more. It looks more clear, but look at that. It looks like a white shade of clouds forming around here. That is definitely something that that was just brought into the game. So definitely look out for that. There's something that's gonna be changing there. And yeah, okay. So if you look at the agency hasn't really changed too much, but there is a timer. There's supposed to be a timer above the building, indicating when the event will be starting. I didn't see this last time I tried, but for some odd reason, it's supposed to be up there. I know it. It's supposed to be up here somewhere. Not really sure where it is. It's supposed to be like above the building, like right there, but I guess not. I guess it's not, because I don't see it anywhere. But as you can see on the if you look up on the the compass area, you can actually see a dot where the shooting is coming from, which is actually kind of a helpful thing, so that you it's really helpful, so that you don't have to completely, it's almost like visual sound effects, but like it's above, so it's not really completely in the way of it. So that's what this is. There's supposed to be a timer up there. I don't really know why it's not there, but I'm not really gonna end up playing this game. I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons at all. But that's really the only changes that have happened so far. Nothing really else I can say that's happened. Text bolded, all that cool stuff. Yeah, okay, so the countdown is supposed to be over the agency, but since it isn't, well, it's supposed to be, but for me it doesn't show, but it shows for a lot more people. Since it should be up there, there is going to most likely is most likely going to be up there, or in that in the agency. So that's an interesting thing to know or to find out about. So that's really about it. I'm not trying to get bodied by some kids right now when I don't have any weapons. I was just trying to show you what the new map looks like and whatnot. Or not really new map, but like I'm just showing you what things look like. But yeah, last thing I want to show you are the new agency challenges. Sorry, they're not out yet, but I am going to show you what they are. Okay, so the challenges aren't specifically that hard, but I'm just going to still read them out to let you know, because they're not in the game yet, so you have time to prepare if you want to, whatever. So the first challenge is land at the agency. You only have to do it once. Survive storm circles, you have to do that 10 times. Open a faction lock chests at different spy bases. You have to do that 3 times. Swim over hatches at the agency. Only have to do that once. And eliminate a henchman at different safe houses. You have to do that twice. The rewards that you get are pretty cool. I mean, they're not horrible. So if you want to look at what you get out of it, it'll be showing right there. It'll be on the screen for you to look at. So if you want to check that out, there you go. But that's all for the update. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's basically the end of the video. I have to hurry up and upload this video real quick. So, I'll see you later.